Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome today's guests of honor. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, online viewers worldwide, welcome to the 2026 Tang Prize Laureate announcements. From June 15th to 18th, the Tang Prize Foundation announces the laureates of the 2026 Tang Prize in Sustainable Development, Biopharmaceutical Science, Sinology, and Rule of Law. In today's press conference, the 2026 Tang Prize laureate in Sinology will be unveiled. To begin with, I'd like to introduce the guests of honor that are here with us today. Academician David Wang, Chair of the Selection Committee for Sinology. Academician Huang Shuming of Academia Sinica. Professor Hu Xiaozhen, Distinguished Research Fellow of the Institute of Chinese Literature and Philosophy, Academia Sinica. Professor Chen Zhenchuan, CEO of the Tang Prize Foundation. And now, I'd like to invite Professor Chen Zhenchuan, CEO of the Tang Prize Foundation, to give us the opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Chen.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Tang Prize Foundation, I would like to welcome you to the announcement of the 2026 Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology. In this age of globalizations, diverse culture coexisted, yet regional conflicts continue to persist. Sinology opens channels for dialogue among civilizations and fosters mutual understanding among peoples. As we grapple with the rapid replacement of technical work by artificial intelligence, the wisdom of critical thinking nurtured through the humanity remains a unique human quality that cannot be replicated and is indeed an essential capacity for the governance of AI. The Tang Prize Foundation is honored to establish a worldwide renowned prize in Sinology to recognize individuals or organizations whose innovation and outstanding contributions have advanced the field. The Tang Prize is global in reach, with the laureates selected on the basis of originality of their work, along with their contribution to the society, in respectively of their nationality, gender, ethnicity, and religion. Through this award, we seek to highlight the contributions of Chinese culture to the development of human civilizations and to inspire people around the world to work together toward a better world. Today, we are pleased to announce the laureate of the Tang Prize in Sinology. On behalf of the Foundation, I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to Professor David Wang, the chair of selection committees, as well as all members of selection committee for their dedicated efforts. We are also grateful to the distinguished expert, academician Huang and Professor Hu, to join us today. Finally, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to the laureate we are about to announce, and wish everyone good health and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Chair of the Selection Committee for Sinology, Academician of Academia Sinica, Dr. David Wang, to announce the 2026 Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, members of the media, On behalf of the Tang Prize Foundation in Sinology, I am honored to announce that the recipient of the 2026 Tang Prize in Sinology is Ge Zhaoguang, Professor Ge Zhaoguang, for his mastery of ancient Chinese thought. From his early work on Chan Buddhism, Daoism, and the history of philosophical thought, to his more recent series of the studies on what is China, Professor Ge has consistently offered original insights and groundbreaking discoveries. His achievements have not only exerted a far-reaching influence with China, but have also resonated throughout the global Chinese-speaking academic community, as well as in Japan, Korea, North America, and Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wang, for unveiling this year's Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology. Next, please join me in welcoming academician of Academia Sinica, Dr. Huang Shuming, to introduce the Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to provide a summarized view of Professor Ge Zhaoguang. Professor Ge received his Bachelor's of Art degree in 1982 and the Master's of Art degree in 1984, both from Peking University, and his major was in Chinese philology. His major professional experience starts with Yangzhou Normal College, or Yangzhou Teachers College, from 1984. That is after he finishes his master's degree, and then taught there for 8 years, and then move on to Tsinghua University in Beijing, where he stayed for 14 years, and then followed by employment at Fudan University in Shanghai in 2006, where he established the National Institute for Advanced Humanistic Studies. Professor Ge has received many honorary awards and recognitions. Since there are so many of his major achievements, I will summarize only the first 3 or 4. The first one was most important one was in the year 2026, when he received Qianmu Lecture in History and Culture from Xinya College at Chinese University of Hong Kong. And this is followed in 2023, he received the Distinguished Lecturer Award from Peking University's Institute of Humanities and Social Sciences. And in the same year, 2023, he was awarded as an honorary professor and a Doctor of Humanities from the Education University of Hong Kong. Okay, these are the major achievements. Professor Ge's accomplishments can be summarized in the following 5 areas. The first one is expanding the horizons of the history of Chinese thought. The most important work during the first half of his career is the publication of the 3-volume book called Intellectual History of China. And this can be regarded as his representative achievements. In this book, he delineated carefully the boundaries between intellectual history and the history of philosophy and so on. Through sustained reflection on how intellectual history should be written, it expands the scope beyond the originality of a small number of thinkers and to encompasses a broader general intellectual history that includes knowledge, thought, beliefs, and revealing the richnesses and the diversity of Chinese thought while also reaching a broader readership. The second area of his contribution is viewing China from its periphery. Professor Ge Zhaoguang has successfully published a trilogy of studies on China, quote unquote, including the first book, it's Here in China I Dwell. What is China? Okay, that's a big question. And the second one is 历史中国的内与外, the inside and outside of historical China. And this is a major piece of works that try to rethink the division between historical China and the contemporary China. And the second book in this category is 想象异域, that is imagining foreign place. And this is mainly relying on the Korean envoys to China. And when these diplomats travel in China, what they saw and recorded and in their report. And this is a major achievement that observes China from the standpoint beyond its border. And Professor Ge has also responded to the long-standing emphasis within Taiwanese anthropology on viewing China from its periphery. That is through a comprehensive re-examination and reconstruction of the historical, cultural, and political foundations of China. The third area of his contribution lies in the contextualizing religious studies in history. And the Professor Ge has studied Buddhism, Daoism, folk religions, and also even Christianity. He has published many works, including an intellectual history of Chinese Chan, mainly discussing the rise of Southern Chan Buddhism. And another major work is called 屈服史及其他, that is a history of subjugation and other things. And this is taking a Taoist lens to look at how the everyday ritual and mantic arts gradually reformed and changed over time under the influence of Buddhism, Confucianism, and so on. The fourth area of his contribution is transcending disciplinary boundaries. Professor Ge has published books, including books on poetry, books on literature writing, and various the impact of religion on literature. Another important achievement is his establishing the National Institute for Advanced Humanistic Studies at Fudan University. And this is this effort broke through academic boundaries between history, philosophy, and literature, and to foster the cross-disciplinary convergence. And that it's promoting a global-facing institution that transcends academic research. The last area of his contribution is locating China in world history. And this project was orchestrated by Professor Ge. It's called 从中国出发的世界史, that is global history from the Chinese perspective. And this was originally an online project that he organized with 20 mid-career scholars across disciplines, and then produced a 3-volume monograph in the year 2024. And this is the first global history written entirely from a Chinese viewpoint, and also explores China's position within the global context and the historicalized a narrative where history transcends pursuing the noble idea of cultivating global citizenships. And in summary, we can say that this is a boundary reforming reframing guide for contemporary sinology. That is Professor Ge. What makes him remarkable is his ability to meet fluently across ancient and modern Chinese and non-Chinese traditions alike. Through his expansive vision, rigorous command of textual sources, and the interdisciplinary methodology, he has fundamentally reshaped the historical studies of Chinese thought and religions, deepening scholarly understanding both within China and internationally of China, Chinese thought, and the Chinese culture. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Huang, for the insightful introduction. And congratulations to the Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology, Professor Ge. And now let's watch a video from Professor Ge Zhaoguang.
我觉得我们对唐讲，觉得他是让中国研究国际化，同时也让中国研究多元化。就是说，中国是一个，可是研究中国的方法、途径和形式可以是多个的。这个是唐讲开始把中国研究等于是推到国际上去。我经常讲这个话，我说中国是一个研究的，中国的研究可以是多个。这个因为我也参与过唐讲的一些活动，所以我们也知道，前面6届的获奖者来自美国、英国、新加坡和日本。那么，我想呢，将来呢，中国研究会更加多元化，啊，而且呢，我想这是第一个。第二个呢，我就觉得我一直很期待，因为当中国研究国际化成为国际大都瞩目的一个领域之后，我特别希望它能跟国际的印度学、波斯学、埃及学、日本学这些同样的这个领域啊，形成对话。汉学不仅仅是一个专业的学问领域，它应该在以后有一套理论，这套理论是解释世界的一个 model， 应该是一个很重要的，同样可以投放到其他学问领域里面去的一个理论。这实际上我们的一个理想。那么这个理想呢，因为唐讲把汉学这个位置放到国际上去了，所以我们特别期待说，将来会不会有一个这样的更大的提升？这是我对唐讲，我觉得是应该是有很高的期望。
Congratulations again to the Tang Prize Laureate in Sinology, Dr. Ge Zhaoguang. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the 2026 Tang Prize Laureate announcement in Sinology. Tomorrow, we will be making the laureate announcement in Rule of Law. The Tang Prize Award ceremony will take place on September 18th this year, so please do join us then. Thank you very much.